Hello everyone, so today we'll be doing an introduction about chemical equations and chemical formula. Alright, so we are currently on your guided notes. So chemical equations basically describes how a chemical reactions occur. And there are actually three main steps in writing a chemical equation. So firstly, we must always first start by writing the chemical formula as in a chemical equation. Right? And the reactants belong on the left side and the products always belong on the right side. Now, although it's called a chemical equation, we must remember that the middle is an arrow and it's not like equal sign or something. So a single arrow will look something like that, and a single arrow refers to an irreversible reaction. So irreversible, right? It's an irreversible reaction. And a double arrow refers to a reversible reaction. What a reversible reaction is that from the reactants to products, and then the products can actually go back to the reactants. Right? So we populate the chemical equations with certain chemical formula. And over here, I'll show you only chemical equations, a chemical formula for covalent as well as metallic substances. And for ionic substances, you need to watch the videos later to actually learn how to write the ionic substances. So ionic substance formulas you don't need to memorize, you need to learn how to write it. But chemical formula for metals and covalent substances, most of the time you need to memorize. So I'll just quickly go through it. So on the first leftmost column, you see all the metals. Metals can be found from the periodic table. So iron will be Fe, right? Aluminium will be Al, magnesium Mg, sodium Na, zinc Zn, copper Cu, and potassium K. Right? For our covalent substances, the chemical formula you sort of need to memorize. Okay, for hydrogen will be H2 because it's diatomic. Chlorine is Cl2, diatomic. Oxygen O2, diatomic. Bromine Br2, diatomic. Now we go to carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide, carbon means there is a C. Dioxide means that there are two O's. So the formula is CO2. While carbon monoxide means that there is carbon and mono means one. So carbon monoxide has C and one O. For the next few, you need to remember, we actually have did this quite a few times already. So we have ammonia, NH3, sulfur dioxide, SO2, nitrogen, N2, diatomic, water, H2O, methane, CH4. Now, I'd like to introduce you to three different acids that is exceptionally important that you remember the formula. Okay, first one is hydrochloric acid, HCl, nitric acid, HNO3, and sulfuric acid, H2SO4. We have to be comfortable speaking the formula, then we can remember it. So please say it out like how I said it out: NH3, HCl, HNO3, H2SO4. Only then will you be more comfortable, and then you'll be more confident in your chemical formula. So after you've written the chemical formula, we will need to what we call balance the equation. When we mean balance the equation, means that the atoms on the left side must equal to the atoms on the right side. We cannot create atoms, we cannot destroy atoms. So what do? Is that we actually count the number of atoms on both sides and add numbers at the front of the formula. So what do I mean? I always ask my students to add in a small little line at the beginning, and we can never change the formula to fit the balancing. So for the first one, you see how to balance, you will learn later. But in order to balance this equation, I need to put a 2 at the front here and put a 2 at the front here. I do not change the formula, I just add numbers in front of it, and the oxygen will be a 1, right? Okay, and then for the next one, again, put the lines at the front. Okay, and in order to balance this one, I will put a 2 in front of here. So how do I do this? You need to watch the other videos to find out. Lastly, if they ask you to put in the state symbols, then you need to add in a bracket and a symbol. So solid will be S, liquid will be L, gas will be G, all small letters, and aqueous, which means solution, right, would be AQ, okay, aqueous. So most covalent substances are either gas or liquids. So like for example, this is how you write it. So O2, and then you realize I write it smaller, G, so there's oxygen gas. Most metals are solids except mercury. So like for example, Fe, iron, solid, something like that. And all ionic substances are solids, and most of them are soluble in water to give aqueous solution. So this is a solid sodium chloride, but when I dissolve sodium chloride into solution, it will be NaCl aqueous. So the left side is solid sodium chloride and the right side is aqueous sodium chloride. Alright, so in the next few videos, you'll be learning how to write the chemical equation, the chemical formulas of ionic compounds, and that's exceptionally important. So please watch the videos well so that you know how to write ionic compounds. Okay, all the best. Bye.